Kia ora everyone, Donnalouise here and thanks for popping by. I'm currently traveling, attending the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships in Valladolid, Spain, which is why this video is shorter and simpler without my typical intro and outro. I wanted to make sure to still release content for you all to watch while I was away. The competition will be live streamed, but I know some of you are not into speed puzzling or even watching live streams, so I hope you still find plenty of other content like this video to enjoy. I chose two 500-piece puzzles for this video as I felt they would make good, simpler videos. The first one is called Ocean Anatomy from the brand Storey Puzzle, and the artist is Julia Rothman. I had never heard of Storey Puzzle before, so if you are familiar with them, please leave a comment with your experience below. I bought this puzzle locally in New Zealand on sale for $35.97 New Zealand dollars, which, I'll tell you now, is way too much for this jigsaw puzzle. Now, I really enjoyed the image and the colors. The pieces are larger, what we would say are extra large pieces. They're not the thickest, but still quite sturdy. And the finish on them is a bit glossy, but like a satin. It's not the finish that I particularly enjoy the most, but it wasn't super high gloss. I did like the double-sided effect. It made for extra color on the pieces. The box size was just enough for the pieces and provided a good size full image on the lid. Now, it did come with a poster, but when it's smaller than the box image, I don't really see the point. The bummer, however, was that they were all two-prong standard pieces with no variety in prong shape either. It almost felt like there were just two different cuts of pieces, and you could assemble this puzzle in many different ways, all with false fits, of course. And this bugged me so much because I felt like this image with these size pieces would be really good for kids. But, if you wanted to get a child interested in jigsaw puzzles and they loved, like, ocean creatures, this would be a great jigsaw puzzle. But you would be doing a child a disservice by giving them this puzzle because they could easily think they were putting pieces in the correct spot when they weren't. Now, I don't know if this puzzle was intended for children, but as an aside, I feel that puzzles need to be better when it comes to being children's jigsaw puzzles to make sure that they don't get frustrated. I got frustrated as an adult, so how would I expect a child to enjoy this puzzle? And also, the pieces snagged on one another easily. Once the puzzle was done, I was able to pick this up with one hand and I walked it around the house and it wasn't coming apart. So it'll take some effort to separate it so that the prongs don't get damaged. Personally, I wouldn't buy from this brand again unless it was like a 500-piece puzzle for under 10 New Zealand dollars. And it was an image that I absolutely loved and I just happened to stumble upon it in a shop. But I'm glad I tried the brand though, and if it means that you can save your money, then I guess that's a positive. But do let me know in the comments if you're familiar with the brand, and is this typical of their puzzles and what your experience was with them. Oh, and by the way, the original sticker price was like over 40 New Zealand dollars, closer to 50, which I think that's that's crazy. With prices like this for jigsaw puzzles, I'm so very appreciative of Piece Relax for being our channel sponsor this year and helping me cover the expenses of all these new to me brands. Their support has been so valuable in helping me make these videos for you all to enjoy. Go check them out for their fun and relaxing 2D and 3D jigsaw puzzles. And they just released a really cute line of ghost puzzles in time for Halloween. And have you seen the exclusive puzzles for the Spain pop-up shop? Oh my goodness. I want. I'll leave links to their official website, Instagram, and Amazon storefronts in the description below, and I'll keep you posted for when they will have their new puzzles available for purchase with the larger pieces and full edge printing. The second puzzle I also bought locally, and it cost me much less at 18 New Zealand dollars. It was on sale though from its original price, which was a lot more, at $39.95. And I think I know why it was on sale. It's from the brand Robert Frederick. Not familiar with this brand either. 500 pieces, and it's titled Animals of the World. No artist was listed on the puzzle. Now, what do you think of puzzles that come in anything other than a typical box? So this is a tube, and I don't mind a puzzle coming in a tube as long as it comes with a decent sized poster, which it did not. I mean, the poster was so small. Now, if I remember correctly, Cavallini & Co. jigsaw puzzles come in a tube, and I believe it came with a decent sized poster, which I liked. But I could see how some people might not like puzzles coming in a tube for storage reasons. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Since I don't really keep my puzzles, it doesn't matter so much to me for storage, but I can see how it would matter for people that do collect and keep puzzles. So if you do have a lot of puzzles in tubes or other formats, let me know how you store them. Again, the pieces weren't the thickest, but still quite sturdy. They had less shine on them than the Ocean Anatomy one. And the pieces were still slightly larger than typical pieces, but not as big as the ones from Ocean Anatomy. They did have a variety of piece shapes. A couple of piece shapes, but the prong shapes were pretty much all the same, and false fits were much more likely with this image due to all the white. I didn't like this image as much. I know it's supposed to be realistic and it's from their vintage jigsaw puzzle series, but I would have preferred more than just a white background to make it more colorful and perhaps maybe even have a pattern behind the animals. That to me would have been more fun. Another brand that I personally wouldn't seek out to buy any more jigsaw puzzles from. But let me know your thoughts on this brand in the comments below if you've done any of their jigsaw puzzles and what your experience was. Neither puzzle had a lot of puzzle dust, which was nice. Neither came in a resealable bag, but I will reuse the plastic bag and try to just seal it shut. The Ocean Anatomy box was fully covered in plastic wrap, but the tube, it was nice. They just had 2 circle stickers to keep the tube closed, and I thought that was pretty cool. In the end, it's not that I didn't have fun putting these jigsaw puzzles together, because overall I love puzzling, but you know I would have had more fun doing other puzzles. And when it comes to time and money, there's just other brands out there that I would rather be puzzling. Thanks again for watching. Hope you didn't mind this simpler video, and I can't wait to read your comments on both of these brands. Hope you're having a lovely and peaceful day, and until next time, ciao! And yes, if you're wondering, when I say ciao, I do wave, even though you can't see me. Okay, ciao! Okay, I gotta stop, I keep waving.